Good morning, and I shall now give you the reason why we are even here in Spain to begin with, and what is the reason for this trip, for this entire trip. Good morning. Given that this is now fully equipped, I might as well show you around how we pack for such a trip. In the back we have my clothes, the analog camera bag, this is the kitchen supplies, and this is the coffee supplies, the drone and the charging equipment. Given that this trip isn't over after he has left me, there is the clothing for the lady and the baby, including the child seat, some kitchen roll, and the water supplies down there. All behind this fixed back seat, so because that is least accessible. And on the other side we have his clothes down here, whoop, there, and the main camera bag with the digital cameras atop. And then stuff in here like warning signs and the tripod and stuff like that. And in the side pockets down there and on the other side we have tools and stuff and a pair of shoes. And down in there where the spare wheel usually lives is where the tent goes and the sleeping bags. And on the roof we have the food supply and the spare wheel, because the wheel can get wet and the tent really shouldn't. Upwards and onwards.
That day across Spain. Another one of those 10-hour driving days on this trip. Since I didn't bother there, I'm going to tell you now. The main agenda ended on the racetrack. That was the given reason to plan a trip across Europe to begin with. So, given I had no agenda, I just settled in my old habit and threw a dart at a map, and with one very well-known destination in sight, we first had to cross Spain.
Woods alone, silence in the snow is like a dream. Diamonds on the hills reflect the thrill of all the glory that has fallen to the earth. All of life surrendering beneath the death that winter brings in hope of a new life. On this holy night. Holy night. We remember Christ.
Obviously, we crossed Spain on the diagonal, not the motorway. And after we were done with the bridge, lunch, and 3 Guardia Nacional patrols asking us about drugs, we went our way into Sierra Norte, where I had a reservation. Kinda. You see, I didn't get a confirmation, and right before we headed into the rural area, I cancelled because I didn't know if we were actually gonna get it. And very luckily found a new place with chickens. After we both essentially slept like a stone for a good 8 to 10 hours, the entire world was wet. Everything was damp, and we just took a bit of time and, soaked in the feeling. We also only had about 4 hours of driving ahead, so there wasn't really much to do apart from embracing the weather and enjoying the hills leading up to the Portuguese border. So what was the final destination of my time with Maze? Obviously the one you don't want to miss.